Once upon a time, there was a book. A beautiful book, bound with leather and gold. And in this book is a tale most gruesome. A tale so worrying, horrible, and scary that young children should be accompanied by adults when reading. A tale you should listen to carefully as to avoid it. A tale that you cannot mistake for your traditional fairy tales, as this is too horrific. A tale that I'm not sure you're ready to hear just yet. Oh, and one more thing. Be prepared, for you might wish you had never heard it in the first place. A girl with dreams and ambitions just like anybody else until that fateful day. She lives in a desolate land, but a land full of witches and wizards and dead things that dance. This land be full of myths and legends, from pixies to King Arthur and mermaids to giants. But she is not okay, for she has done something bad, horrible, and just simply not good. Are you ready? Mornings are lousy, shitty, and poor, for Molly forgets that she must work today. She ambles towards the kitchen, cutting bread and slipping it into the toaster. She moves back to the bedroom where her gowns lie in wait. It's burnt. Of course, the clothes don't fit. But chuck on whatever and onto the chariot. Come on, you're gonna be late. Don't forget your shoes. Come on, don't worry about laces. Oh, and your coat. You mustn't forget your wallet, your bag. Where have you gone? Come on, we have to go. Grab your keys. Missed. Fuck. Three witches she works with: the Lady of Bows, the Lady of Black Boots, and the Lady of Outdoor Adventure Sports. The Lady of Bows is at the back there. The Lady of Black Boots is the one, well, wearing black boots. And the Lady of Outdoor Adventure Sports is the one swinging in her chair. These three witches, sorcerers, enchanters, work with our Molly behind the door to the portal. All they do is talk about children and clubs and skiing. Molly does none of these. She doesn't care to. She just sits at home and reads books, living out the adventures she wished she could have, but just all in her head. She brings them tea in dirty cups, but they don't seem to notice, care, or wonder. They just drink. They've had these mugs for years, you know. That's what the other employees have told me. I just don't bother to clean them out. They get a bit dusty here and there. They talk about rubbish, you know. Just go on and on and on about children and clubs and skiing. I never get the chance to put a word in. I try to talk, but I fail every time. And sometimes I just feel like giving up. And just sit there and imagine. She runs her fingers across her veins and wishes for the lights to go down, for flowers to bloom from the tabletops and vodka instead of tea. The three witches in their truest forms. She plays with a knife in her hand, thinking, pondering, how will I kill them? Shall I kill them all together? Or just one by one? The lady of outdoor adventure sports, her body covered in fabric and her hands tied together like mittens. And to defeat her, you must cut off the garments and throw them away. Look at them, laughing. How could they? The Lady of Bows. Her head of bows is her lifeline, and to defeat her, you must cut them off, one by one by one. And look at her laughing, watching her friend die. She doesn't realize she's next. She's the last one. And finally, the Lady of Black Boots. The last one. To defeat her, you must drink from the vodka so that flowers sprout from her mouth. I wish that was real. I wish I could make flowers appear from desks and turn tea into vodka. That'd be a great party trick. Oh well. I guess I should just get on with it, I suppose. Molly serves the kings and queens of the land, but on these magical machines that speak for them. It's strange though, as they don't seem to listen. These voices play in her head over and over. Why is my ticket so and so amount when on the ticket it says this? Why, I would like to speak to your manager, please. I want a refund. The show was crap. Well, that's not my problem, she would shout, holler, and cry. Bored, Molly tries to imagine what her job behind the portal would be like. But it's just a more flowery version of the same. The same kings and queens calling upon her to make changes to tickets and book the balcony or get front row seats for free. But no, the phones just keep on ringing. They're ringing and ringing and ringing. It won't stop. If anything, this imagined world is worse than the real one. More people to have to deal with. And Molly still gets bored. So bored. Maybe she can make something interesting happen. Maybe she could use the axe. Because maybe it will do something. Trigger something. Anything. But no. Still bored as ever. Wishing didn't seem to work this time. Maybe the X will come into play later. Coming home to a locked gate. Through the magic looking glass we see her. With anger and rage and hatred she bangs on the door for her prince to open. But it takes too long. And finally, with a click, she enters. At home, her bad day ends. But wait, the prince has left a mess so ungodly, so filthy, so foul. And now, her bad day continues with a mess to clean up. I mean, look at it. Why are there shoes everywhere? And 2 pallets of grapes on the coffee table. God, he didn't even open the curtains. She shouts with disapproval, disappointment, and discontent. She walks away down the hall, dropping her bag and taking off her cloak. kicking some shoes away and then into the kitchen. If she must start somewhere, why not here? At the sink of hot water and bubbles. With each dish, bowl and spoon, the noises come back. It starts with a buzz, low at first and high, static. Then suddenly her mocking voice sounds in her ears, each sound casting a memory into her head. The memory of the day past, the sound of her alarm, the sound of toast popping up burnt, the sound of sips breaking and voices swearing, the sound of chariots leaving from her stop, the sound of 3 witches yapping and yapping, the sound of the kings and queens not listening to what she's saying, the sound of banging on the gate that won't open, and the sound of her shouting about messes, and the sound of the cutlass that's next to her. Her prince wants tea, but warned he shouldn't be. But she tells the with a dagger dripping from her. He is nothing, he should yell, scream, shout. The dagger still dripping, Molly is laughing, for finally the buzzing has gone. She has done that fateful thing I warned you about, but it isn't over yet. She has more to do, for she has found that thing she is looking for in the mirror. Morning has come again. She sleeps alone and wakes at her own time and doesn't burn her toast. For Molly now has got a clean palace and is in no rush. She walks past the hand left by the door, and she ignores the bar still covered with blood, and just gets on with her day. She just grabs her bin bag and axe and starts her journey from his house to hers. This journey will be tough, strenuous and backbreaking. For dragging a body is no easy feat, even if it is chopped up. But now I must confess, I forget what she wears, whether it was green or red, but I know it wasn't yellow. Anyway, Molly starts off from his house, down the street to the airfield, old and abandoned, her dragging friend leaking beside her. And you know the only thing I noticed was a sheep. There were no people around, which was weird. It was so quiet, so peaceful. It made doing this a lot easier. She pushes forward towards the lake, guarded by the gatekeeper. And here she rests, pondering, wondering about where to go next. Maybe towards the park? No. Maybe Towards the cemetery? No. What about... Yes. Past the burnt carriage. And then through the ghostly wood. And then onwards towards the cliffs. I don't actually know why this is here. They must have been thinking exactly the same thing I was. I think I've been in this woods before. Yes. Last time I was here I was a child, and I used to see pixies flying about. Wizards wander the cliffs, strolling from one end to the next. And suddenly, here's the man with the bottle cap staff. He looked at her. She looked at him. She did not have him tell anyone about her. He must go. He looked at her quickly, a fleeting glance. She continued. She runs at him and leaves blood on the trail. And the man with the bottle cap staff doesn't make it to his next destination. She finds an abandoned shell to lay him to rest. This building has been here for years. It was built during a war. I don't know which. Her axe, primed and sharp. The light of his staff, the only thing left of his wizard self, now gone with the turning of a switch and the killing of the man with the bottle cap staff. She leaves the shell with one more bag. To the moors she must go. Her trek through river and grass brings her out into the next location. Cleaning her axe in case of more contact, she is nearly home. For beyond the moors she lives, and in her garden she has what she needs. This moor is quite dull, desolate. Only the occasional dog walker, but it's still peaceful. Night is here. The moon is out and bright. A perfect night for the dead to dance once again. Molly hears the bells, the drums that beat. She sees her gods and wishes them well. With fire and sacrifices. The creatures with bone faces dance in her mind as each fire lights. Witches and warlocks and dancing dead howl at the night until come morning. All will be forgotten. But now, the drums beat. Fire burns brighter and brighter. Bodies burning. Let the oceans rise celebrating the life of apples and cider. But to her, they are deities, gods, things that are controlled by the beat of the drum. She worships them. She bows down to them. She needs them. She needs them. Morning again. The noises from the night before are so faint now. The bells, the howls, the cackles and laughs, the fire. Molly is up and taking out what is left of the rubbish mess tip. The sun, so bright it burns her eyes. Suddenly, out of nowhere, comes the guards, soldiering across the courtyard and barreling towards Molly. Molly wants to run. She's trapped. Play it cool, she thinks. Smile and tell them nothing. But the guards, they didn't go away. They persisted, and persisted over and over again. Molly ran towards the gate to her palace, but damned keys would not open fast enough. Captured and caught, Molly was thrown in a dungeon of white. Molly is trapped. Molly is cornered. Molly is ambushed. The noises start again, louder and louder. She wished they'd stopped. The sound most prominent, ticking, the ticking. In this place, Molly rocks and wonders and thinks and speculates. But Molly doesn't believe she has done something wrong. The guards are wrong. The guards are wrong. They have locked up in here in this dungeon of white to mess with her. The ticking gets louder and louder. Other sounds begin to join it. The bells from the man with the bottle cap staff, the drums and the beat, the witches cackling and laughing, the buzzing. The buzzing. I am Molly Hickory. I am Molly Hickory. Hickory, hickory, dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1. The mouse ran down. Hickory, dickory dock. I am the mouse that never came back down. I am the mouse that will never come back down. And you can't catch me. You can. For I am the clever